What's up, guys? Andy from Winning in the Shadows. Welcome to the Prop Betting Show. We're going to go over a little NFL, NBA, and NHL tonight. We'll start with Monday Night Football. Um, if we want to go to the passing yards, I still think this Lamar Jackson number is just a bit too low. It went under against Pittsburgh in the snow, but he had flown over this total in the previous games before that. I know the Chargers are good defense. They run the play clock down, so there's not a lot of time on the clock. But I mean, Lamar was doing this against Denver and Cleveland, and uh, like Denver and Cleveland are pretty decent against the pass. Their numbers are. Cincinnati's terrible. Obviously, Washington not great, but just feels pretty low. I just feel it feels like numbers in no man's land. So I would lean Lamar Jackson over. Um, Receiving yards. I really liked Will Disley until I see that he's only gone over this total twice this year. Now, he's gone over against Arizona and Cincinnati. At the time, Arizona's pass defense was awful, and Cincinnati's pass defense is still awful, and Baltimore's is still awful. They're really bad against the tight ends. They're 29th against tight ends. They give up 67 yards per game. But I don't know, man. I liked it until I saw this number, and now I've got a little bit of pause. So I will not be playing Will Disley, especially this was 40.5 yesterday. Now it's up to 44.5. So that tells me that it's looking like a pretty popular play here. So rushing yards. I really don't have much on this one. I really don't. Derrick Henry, he's slowed down a little bit, gone under in 3 out of 4 games, under against Cleveland, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh. So you do wonder if maybe slowing down a little bit, or hey, he's only had 13 and 16 rush attempts the last few weeks. I don't know if he's nursing some kind of injury or if they realized they were running him into the ground. But what's his rush attempts? Yeah, it's down to 17 and a half. He hasn't gotten over the last couple weeks, but you got to believe if Baltimore gets up, they're not going to want to lose. John Harbaugh's not going to want to lose to his brother, knowing he didn't get the most out of Derrick Henry. I would believe so. I would lean over on the rush attempts. He's gone under easily the last couple weeks, but this feels like a week where he should go over. So, other than that, those are kind of really the only ones that I was interested in. I got to give credit to Andrew McGinnis. He brought up that Justin Herbert has thrown 1 interception this year, and it's like it was in week 2, and you're getting an unbelievably good price on the under, which is crazy. It's like the book's thinking, well, he's due for an interception. I don't know. What, but it's a staggering amount of passes. It's something like 250 pass attempts without throwing an interception. So yeah, you could say he's due, but then on the other hand, you're like, yeah, well, he hasn't been doing it all week. Yeah, it was crazy. It was against Carolina of all teams. So he's been very good with the ball, and it's a bad secondary. So take that for what it's worth. Let's go to the NBA here. We do have an NBA best bet that is up. Only had 10 of these this year. We've won 8 of them. So NBA has been very good to us. Some of the other sports recently have not been good to us, but NBA keeps humming right along. Don't have plays very often, but when we do, we're hitting at 80%. So encourage everyone to go grab that. Let's take a look here at, there's not a ton that I love in this one. I like going to the 3-pointers. Brandon Ingram, he's just, we're priced out of it here, sitting at, minus 200. I love his stats and I love his hit rate, but that's too much. Jeremy Grant's interesting. It's at minus 154. He's been cruising over this total. That being said, 2 out of the last 4, this price isn't really great against that one. That being said, he does have a great matchup. Memphis really struggles against guarding 3-pointers. So, some guys that actually I was going to pull up this Peyton Watson thing. Well, Peyton Watson is questionable tonight, but yeah, minus 204, even though he's hit it 9 in a row. Let's see. Oh, De'Aaron Fox, we get priced out of it. I did like him to go on a little bit of run. I kind of like where his hitting 3 out of 4, and I like his attempts. You go down here and see his, uh, yeah, 3-point attempts. He had that one weird game with 2, but as long as he's getting 4 and 5, I think it might be, worth a play. But again, we're probably priced out of it. Points. Again, De'Aaron Fox, but I'm not probably getting there. There was a points, rebounds, and assists that I thought was interesting. Kyrie Irving's been awful. Where's here's Kyrie Irving. I know Luke is out, but I mean the guy's gone he's gone over this total only 4 times this year, and man, that's tough to ignore and not say, well, why don't we just play him? That being said, it's playing Atlanta. That game could be 225 to 224 when all is said and done. So, and let's just say I don't have a whole lot of faith of Trae Young guarding Kyrie Irving. Maybe Dyson Daniels can help out. That would be nice. So, Christian Braun, I believe, is quite. Jokic, he's crushing. My guess is he crushes the Knicks tonight. 50.5 is a ton, but he's fresh. But he hasn't he got that time off, so I thought Jokic over might be an interesting look. And let's see, how are the Knicks against centers? They're good, yeah. 11th against points, first against rebounds, but whatever. And then there was something else in that game. There was a rebounding prop, I thought. Oh, Jamal Murray. Yeah, Jamal Murray's gone over in 5 straight games. These were without Jokic, but he did get in the last game. He got 5 with Jokic in there. But I did think that one was kind of interesting. He kind of seems to be around the ball. No Aaron Gordon, and Christian Braun might not play tonight. So we'll have to double check on that. Don't think there was any assists that really jumped out to me. Michael Porter Jr. is kind of interesting. He keeps getting over, and this is a guy who's very much not known for his assists. So, it's tough to ignore this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of 9. So, that one's pretty good. Without Aaron Gordon in there now. Again, he's done a lot of this with Jokic out, but last game 4 that was with Jokic in. So, I would look up his potential assists 6, 7, 4, 1, 5. Well, so he is getting quite a few potential assists, but just to get 3, you might be playing with fire here a little bit with the potential assists, because 4, 1, 3, 4, even 5. Yeah, you really want this to be 7 in order to get those, unless he's dumping it into Jokic, who gets a easy easy layup. But yeah, probably not a trend I want to invest in. So let's move to the NHL, and then we'll get out of here. Shots on goal. Someone sent me Jake Wallman. I agree the trend is kind of presenting itself, but minus 182. It's pretty tough. That being said, he's hitting this every single game. Unfortunately, he's playing LA, who's first best in shots. Now, what's kind of crazy is okay, first best in shots, they allow 24.6. 20th worst in shots, they allow 29. It's not like there's a 10 shot on goal difference. It's 4 or 5. So take that for what it's worth. Wallman looks like okay. So we have 1 and 3. So one of the games he went under was against this LA team. So I would be a little bit careful on that one. Marchessault. Marchessault's interesting because minus 142 is not too bad. He gets a little bit of a tough matchup. But again, 7th here is still 27 shots on goal. So he's gone over 4 straight times. So let's see who's really struggling. Nichushkin, man, I really, really wish I'd been investing in Nichushkin. I mean, all of his props just have been, he finally had 3, but you were cashing this one big time. So Nichushkin on his shots on goal. The under's just not been there. That was one. That was one guy that's struggling mightily. That's about it. There, we can take a look at points. Reinhardt just keeps crushing. Good God, 13 games in a row. I mean, it's kind of the point where you almost want to take him to not have a point. Like, how many games in a row can he have a point? So he's playing Washington. So at 2-1, once this gets to 2-1, you're kind of going, okay, yeah, you might be due to not have one. I don't know. I don't have the onions to fade it though. So Matt Boldy's been good. Let's take a look at guys who have really struggled. David Perot, again, these guys are way, way, way too juiced. I've noticed that with the not to score a point. Books are not letting us get away with it. So LaPierre for Washington this year. This one isn't too bad because he's basically getting 1 point every 3 games, so you can still turn a little bit of profit. But I really just haven't found the value there for the players not to have a point. Appears the books may have sniffed us out on that one. So yeah, probably will tread a little bit lighter in hockey. So all right, guys, that's about all I have. Hope everyone had a great weekend. I know we've been struggling mightily with all of our plays. So yeah, it's been a frustrating run for sure. Not fun at all. Me, Corbin, and Jim feel absolutely terrible. So regression was probably imminent, and it just happened to hit us at a pretty bad time. So hopefully we'll finish off the year strong. So good luck on all your plays, guys. We'll see everyone later.